What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent day or week. The weather in New Jersey is hot, man, like high 90s today and tomorrow. It is absolutely brutal. So if you're out there, please stay hydrated, be careful. Jets camp is in full speed right now where you have, padded practices. I think they have 2 in the books now. So a lot of reactions from the media, the players, the fans, and it's really fascinating to see. And it's also fascinating to see how the players are responding to all this now that they actually see the actions behind Aaron Glenn's words. When he did his initial press conference, he talked about changing the culture, being physical, being disciplined, being nasty, all these different things. And now you're seeing his blueprint for how he's going about doing it. And I absolutely love it, man. And again, I understand today is July 29th, doesn't guarantee victories. But when you have a team that's been dysfunctional, complacent, and used to losing, you have to take drastic measures to change it. And it seems like a lot of things he's doing is very easy to buy into. And we talked about the last video, penalties, where the Jets are one of the most penalized teams in the NFL. He's going to have referees that practice as much as possible. And he talked about it. Is it a competitive penalty or a stupid penalty? We've got to eliminate stupid penalties. The tackling, which has been a problem with the Jets. He's like, in order to be a good tackler, you have to practice tackling. They're doing live drills in practice. And all across the media, they're all talking about this is probably one of the most physical camps the Jets have had, which they needed. And the players are talking, the players like it. These players want to be coached hard. And they're going back to their roots now, going back to fundamentals and basics, the nasty physical style of football that helps you win games. Quentin Williams mentioned playing like this is back to his Nick Saban days. Garrett Wilson talked about it's going back to his Ohio State days. Nobody mentioned Saleh's days because they just can't relate to it. But I like this approach to it where it's hard-nosed, it's physical. The challenge for Glenn is to keep pushing these buttons, but know when to scale back to avoid injuries or to wear out your team where the end of August, everybody's battered, bruised, and beaten up. But you have to have a feeling that he realizes how this is with other teams. He saw it with Parcells. You got to maintain it because the critics are going to be out there. Right now, everybody loves this physical style of camp until a big name gets hurt. And hopefully, obviously, we hope it doesn't happen. But if it does happen, you get like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Football is a physical game, man. It's the nature of the game. Injuries are going to happen. So if this is his mindset to have this physical style team, there could be ramifications for it. So I'm curious to see how that changes as camp plays out. But as of now, the players are loving it. Garrett Wilson talked about how the practices now are very, very competitive. And that's the next thing I like about this team is, for me personally, I thought this team over the last 3 years became complacent. They justified losing. They were used to losing. And there was no repercussions when you lost. It's like, that was a very good team. Don't worry about it. Maybe next week, maybe next month. Like, nobody really, everybody was kind of like a matter of fact, like, we lost, so what? And now it's like, they're making it now where you have game situations and drills where you win or lose. So you know this, that competitive nature, the competitive fire is being built up in the weight room, on the practice field, and on the game field. And that's exactly what you want. You want to have that intensity, which according to several players in every press conference are saying it's a lot more intense. We're all competing for our roster spot, playing time, and everything else. And I love that. The accountability portion is when you do stupid things, you come out. Jeremy Ruckert, false start, take him out. And again, we go back to last year where you saw guys in games, personal fouls, dumb penalties, stupid stuff, no repercussions. You stay in the game, and it's like, all right, it's just, but now listen, I have to be laser focused day in and day out, every rep, because if not, I'm going to be taken out of the game, or I'm not going to play, or you're going to face the wrath of your coach. And, and again, going back to Garrett Wilson, this press conference was really good today where Garrett said, listen, when I drop a pass, when I walk the sideline, coach is talking to me. If I make a mistake, coach is talking to me. Or even other players, Quentin Williams, the attention to detail. Who else was it? Brown Allen. A lot of these guys AVT talked about it where it's like this coaching staff has, a fine attention to detail, which is making everybody sharpen their skills and become better players. And the team as a whole is bought into because it seems like they know how dysfunctional, how bad they were, and I think they desperately want to win. They're tired of being half-assed. They're tired of being mediocre. They want results, and they believe in this coach to get them there. Being a former player, Aaron Glenn gets a lot of gravity too, where listen, this guy's been there, done that with the Jets. And I think the one point that's kind of being overshadowed here is Aaron Glenn wanted this job. He loved being a member of Jets. He genuinely loves being the head coach of the Jets, and he desperately wants to try to change this around because he's been there, done that. He's seen the worst of New York and the best of New York. He wants to bring this franchise back to a respectable level. And it means a lot to him. Like, he brings that energy to the field where the players see he genuinely cares about it. Like, it means something to him. So we'll see how it plays out, man. Early on, I'm excited. This is probably the first preseason I'm excited to watch because you have a feeling that These guys are going to be competing. Second, third string. They're not going to be mailing in games. Like, every rep matters. So the young guys will get a chance to prove themselves. The Jets did make one move. They brought in Nick Folk as a kicker, where you have a feeling they may bring in a punt or two. But this is kind of what you do when you inherit a team. You bring in a lot of players. You assess what they have. And as you identify if they're good or not, you make adjustments. So the Jets pivoted. Now you have your veteran kicker, and you see what happens. So stay tuned. I'll be streaming tomorrow night with Ian. And then, all kinds of streams coming up Monday nights, Tuesdays, and once the season starts, game streams, game previews, all kinds of stuff. So talk to you guys later.